Hello, I'm Mrs. Sapp, and today we will be doing a first grade math lesson over comparing numbers. The last time we met, the strategy we used was a number line. Today, we're going to use a new strategy of place, value, knowledge, and understanding. But before we get started, let's get our mind and body calm, alert, and ready to learn. We're going to do a go noodle from mindless to mindful. Here we go.
From mindless to mindful. To be mindful is to let your attention rest on this moment, on just right now. Let's practice being in the moment. Your body is still, right now. Can you feel that? Your breath is moving in and out of your nose. Can you notice that? Rest one hand on your chest. Can you feel your breath? Move that hand to your belly. Notice breath there. Can you feel that? Bring your hands around to your back. Breath might be moving there. Feel that? This bell is ringing right now. Can you hear that? Where is your attention? Did it wander? It's okay. That's what minds do. Let's practice a little bit more. Now this bell is ringing. Can you hear that? This green dot is still. Can you see that? Some of the other dots are moving. Notice that and then focus your attention on the very still dot. Return your attention to your body. Hands. They're still. Can you feel them? Feet are still. Can you feel them? You are here right now. Can you feel that? In this moment, you are mindful. Do you notice that? There are moments in your day when you can practice being mindful. When you are reading, just read. When you are tying your shoe, just tie your shoe. When you are chewing your food, just chew. Your mind can be full of one thing, one moment at a time.
I know I feel a lot more calm now, and I hope you do too. Now that we're calm, alert, and ready to learn, let's look at our objectives for the day. I can compare two-digit numbers by using knowledge of place value. We'll be looking at the tens place and the ones place today. I can compare numbers using the symbols greater than, less than, and equal to. We did this the last time we met when we compared numbers on a number line. Make sure you get your packet ready and a pencil. This will be day 2 of math for first grade. If you don't have a packet, go ahead and grab a piece of paper and a pencil and follow along with me through this lesson. Let's review the strategy we used last time, which was a number line. We know that a number line gets larger as you go to the right, and the numbers get less as you go to the left. So here we have the numbers 40 and 35. We're going to compare them with greater than, less than, or equal to. The first thing you need to do is locate these numbers on the number line. 40 is right here on our number line. It's 1 more than 39 and 1 less than 40, 1. Now let's find the number 35. 35 is right here on our number line. Number lines go in order. It's 1 more than 34 and 1 less than 36. So which symbol are we going to use in the middle? 40 blank 35. I know that as we move to the right, our numbers get larger. So we would say that 40 is greater than 35. If you remember our hungry alligator, the mouth is open to the 40. It's hungry and wants to eat more. So we would say that 40 is greater than 35. Today we're going to look at place value to help us determine which numbers are greater and less. So we are going to watch this video to review our tens place and our ones place.
Welcome to Kids Academy.
When we look at a number like 35, each digit in this number has its own value. There is a number in the ones place and a number in the tens place. Let's have a closer look at each number to see its true value. The ones place is furthest to the right. The number in the ones place always equals itself. In our number 35, the 5 is in the ones place. Its value is just that, 5. It is represented by the 5 ones cubes. The next place over is the tens place. The number in the tens place is always 10 times the value of the number shown. It's like counting by tens to the number you see. In our number 35, the 3 is in the tens place. We can find its value by counting by tens 3 times. Let's try it. 10, 20, 30. The value of the 3 is 30. Another trick you can remember is to just put a 0 at the end of the number. The 3 in 35 is represented by the 3 tens blocks, which equals 30. In the number 26, the 6 is in the ones place and the 2 is in the tens place. The 6 is worth just 6, which is represented by 6 cubes. The 2 is worth 20 because it is in the tens place and is represented by the 2 long tens blocks. You can count by tens using the base 10 blocks or just count in your head. 10, 20. I'll leave you with a challenge. Can you tell the value of the digits in the number 52? What is the value of the 5? What is the value of the 2? I'll give you some time to think, but if you need more time, you can pause the video and answer when you're ready. Okay, here's the answer. The 2 is in the ones place, so it's just worth 2. The 5 is in the tens place, so we'll have to count by tens 5 times. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. The value of the 5 is 50. Remember to look at the place the digit is in before you decide the value of that number. Thanks for watching, boys and girls. See you next time.
I hope you enjoyed that Kids Academy review over tens and ones. And as you move on to the second grade, you're still going to need knowledge of place value, and your numbers are actually going to get even larger. Let's review the symbols we used last time when we used a number line to compare numbers. Greater than, less than, and equal to. Remember, the less than sign looks like a squished L to help you remember it. Let's look at some numbers and what they look like with base 10 blocks. Here we have the number 23. The 3 is in the ones place, which is represented with these 3 cubes. The 3 just stands for 3. As you move to the left, the number gets larger. We're in the tens place. There is a 2 in the tens place, but it doesn't just stand for 2, it stands for 2 tens. So we're going to count by tens with our 10 rods. 10, 20. So here we have the number 10, 20, 21, 22, 23. Now let's look at the number 21. In the ones place on the right, we have a 1. It represents just the number 1, which can be seen here with the blue cube. As you go to the left, your place value gets larger. We're in the tens place. And again, we have a 2. It doesn't just stand for 2, it stands for 2 tens. So we count by 10. 10, 20, 21. Now we're going to see if we can compare these with greater than, less than, and equal to. Here we have 23 and 21. When you compare numbers using place value, you always want to look at the greatest value. Here, the greatest value we have is the tens place. We see that we have a 2 in the tens place on 23 and a 2 in the tens place on 21. So that's not going to help us decide which number is bigger. So let's move over to the right and look at the ones place. And the number 23, we have a 3. And the number 21, we have a 1. I know that the number 3 is worth more than the number 1 over here. So we would say that 23 is greater than 21. That alligator would eat the number 23. 23 is greater than 21. Let's look at another one. Here we have the number 15. Let's look at the ones place first on the right. There's a 5. In the ones place, that's all it stands for is 5, which is represented with these ones cubes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. As you move to the left, your place value gets bigger. Here we have the tens place, and there is a 1. But it's not worth just 1, it's worth a 10. So we have 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Let's look at the number 34. In the ones place, we have a 4, which again is represented with our blue cubes. 1, 2, 3, and 4. As you move to the left, your place value gets larger. Tens are worth more than ones. Here we have the digit 3, but that digit isn't worth just 3, it's worth 3 tens. So let's count by tens. 10, 20, 30. Then you have your ones, 31, 32, 33, and 34. Now let's compare these two numbers, knowing what they look like with base 10 blocks. When we compare numbers, we always want to look at the larger place value first. Let's look at the tens place. Here in 15, we have a 1 in the tens place. In 34, we have a 3 in the tens place. We can stop there. We don't even need to look at the ones because this 1 is worth 110, so it's worth 10. Over here, this 3 is actually worth 30. And we know that 30 is worth more than 10. So let's see which symbol we're going to put in the middle. Which way is the alligator's mouth going to be open? We would say 15 is less than 34. Again, the less than sign looks like a squished L. The alligator's mouth is open toward the 34. 34 is the bigger number. So our comparison sentence would read, 15 is less than 34. Now it's time to shake your sillies out. You guys have been doing such a great job learning a new strategy. I'm really proud of you. So let's get up, move around, and get your energy out. I'm going to count to 10. Jump around, move around, twist, whatever you need to do. Are you ready? Stand up, and let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I need to get moving a little bit. But now I need to calm myself back down, so let's do some belly breathing. Take a deep breath in and out. Another deep breath in and out. Let's keep going. Now you're going to try with me. Notice my blocks aren't up here. That's where you're going to help me. We're going to see how many 10s we need and how many 1s we need for these numbers. And then we are going to compare them with greater than, less than, or equal to. Let's look at the number 57. Think, which number is in my 10s place? The 10s place is to the left. The 5 is in the 10s place. So what do we need to represent that 5? We're going to use 10s rods. So we need 5 of them. We know that that 5 doesn't just stand for 5. It stands for 50. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Now which number's in the 1s place? It's 7. And that digit just stands for 7. Which we can show with these 1s cubes. 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57. Don't forget to follow along with me in your packet, and also if you don't have one, just use your piece of paper and a pencil. Now let's look at the number 63. Which number is in the 10s place? Did you say the number 6? If you did, you're correct. The 10s place is to the left of the 1s place. So that digit 6 isn't worth just 6. It's worth 60, which we can represent with 6 10 rods. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and 60. Now which digit is in the 1s place? It's 3. You're right. You can see here with those 3 cubes. So we have 61, 62, 63. Now that we know what they look like with base 10 blocks, let's compare them with our symbols. 57 is blank than 63. We know we're not going to use an equal sign because they are very different numbers. You can visually see that with the blocks. We would say that 57 is less than 63. We know that because the 5 in the 10s place is worth 50. The 6 in the 10s place is worth 60. And we know that 60 is greater or worth more than 50. Our alligator's mouth is open up to the 63. How'd you do? Now let's do some more practice. Here we have some zoo animals. We have an elephant and a zebra. What we're going to do is identify the numbers on each animal and place it with its cubes over here for their place value blocks. Let's start with our elephant. What number is on our elephant's ear? We would read that number as 43. Now think to yourself, which one of these three would the elephant go with? Think, what's in my tens place and what's in my ones place? Which blocks would match? The elephant goes with the one down here. Our tens place has a 4 in it, but that digit isn't just worth 4, it's worth 40. 10, 20, 30, 40. Then there is a 3 in the ones place, and that is worth just 3. 41, 42, 43. Great job. Now let's look at our zebra. What number is on our zebra's belly? It's the number 15. Now let's see if you can match it with its place value blocks over to the right. Ask yourself, how many 10s are there and how many 1s are there? Let's see how you did. The zebra should have gone to the 1 in the middle. The ones place has a 5. It's worth just 5, which is represented with our ones cubes. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. There's a 1 in the tens place, but that 1 isn't just worth 1, it's worth 1 10. So we have a 10 rod and 5 cubes, which makes 15. Now let's compare our elephant with our zebra. Let's put it all together. So think about it. Are we going to use greater than, less than, or equal to compare our elephant and our zebra, now that we know what they look like in base 10 form? We would say 43 is greater than 15. The alligator's mouth is open to the larger number. The 4 in the 10 spot is worth 40 on the elephant. The 1 on the zebra in the 10 spot is only worth 10. 50 is greater than 10. How'd you do? Now let's try some on your own. Here we have 32 blank 41. 25 blank 18. Remember to always look at the larger place value first, which is always going to be to your left. And if those numbers are the same, then you would look to the right at the next place value. Give it a try. Let's see how you did. We would say that 32 is less than 41, because if we're looking at place value understanding, the 3 in the 10 spot is worth 30. The 4 in the 10 spot here is worth 40. With 25 and 18, we would say 25 is greater than 18. We would look at the tens place first. The 2 is worth 20. And the 1 here is worth just 10. So the alligator's mouth is open to 25. Here's an extension activity you can do at home. It's just like the last one we did, except we're going to try to challenge you a little bit and get the numbers bigger. So you're going to write the numbers 21 through 39 on a piece of paper. If you have your packet, the numbers are already at the bottom for you. Cut them out. Make sure that a parent helps you if you need it, because safety first. Once you have them cut up, put the numbers into a bowl, a cup, or a hat. You can do this with a sibling, a parent, a grandparent, aunt, or uncle. Take turns pulling out two numbers and compare them. See which is greater and which one is less using your place value knowledge. Again, I am Mrs. Sapp. This was first grade math, comparing numbers using place value knowledge.